does not score, there will be no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. It follows the pattern of Hearns' recent fights. Sensational starts in the first round. He has not always, however, been able to finish his opponents.
Yeah, all right, man.
Thomas used to set up his big right hand power with the left jab. Recently, especially in the Schuler fight, he has set up with a left hook underneath.
Yes, sir.
First round of 12 as Thomas.
Oh, God, bro. Hold up, y'all. Sorry. For fuck's sakes, this tripod sucks.
Is he as quick as he once was, carrying all of this weight? As you can see, it's not flat.
It looks sensational. That is not always the proof of the pudding.
We saw the Andries jab and then the Hearns jab. The Hearns jab landed and was quicker. Andries has traditionally been a slow starter. As we've said a couple of times already, Hearns is a very fast starter.
Probably been a long time since Thomas Hearns has faced a fighter as awkward and unorthodox as Dennis Andries. He will throw punches from various different angles, few of them classic in form.
Again, Hearns wins the battle of the jab. So far, I think Thomas is respecting the Andries' power. He has not tried to dig down with that left hook to the body because that leaves him open to Andries' powerful right hand.
And this is not the kind of fast start that Hearns has shown in recent bouts as Andries drives him back into the ropes.
With that right hand, it sometimes looks amateurish and sometimes lunging. That time it caught Hearns at the end of the punch and didn't do too much damage. But he can hit.
There you see.
Denver in the motherfucking house. What I'm talking about. Shout out to Denver. Much love to Denver.
Looping punches.
Exactly right. He is vulnerable straight up the middle because he's got almost all the punches with both hands.
Hearns trying to deliver the right. The message wasn't there.
Thomas pacing himself a little bit more than we might have expected. Boxing a little bit more. There's a good right hand.
Right hand.
And Andries hangs on.
And that has been the first legitimate event of this first round. The one Thomas Hearns right hand for the end. WBC light heavyweight champion Dennis Andries in the black trunks and Thomas Hearns of Detroit fighting in his hometown in Koval Arena and wearing the gold trunks. A largely uneventful first round was defined in the last 12 seconds by a Hearns right hand.
Just saw Andries try 5 jabs. There's 6 and 7. None of them have landed. But that really is something new for him. He just, up until his first title defense against Tony Simpson, he really didn't have a jab at all. He's trying to develop that. It's a heck of a time at age 33 as a world champion to try to develop a jab.
Indeed, he has adopted a much more classic pose, at least for the first round and a half, against Hearns than we had seen in some of his previous bouts against Tony Simpson.
Man, Terry Norris funny. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Terry Norris will beat Tito Trinidad ass. I think Terry Norris fucking Trinidad up. That's a good question, bro. That is a great question. That is a great
We
question.
talked about Andries being wide open. He missed the punch and Hearns.
Come on, man. Y'all fuck with that poll, man. I get 4 votes in 2 minutes, man. Get my likes up, man. Let's go, man. We streaming all night, nigga. I'm gonna stream till fucking 3 a.m. tonight, nigga, on blood. No, I'm just playing. I don't know, man. I call the cops on me.
We can also judge if Thomas has learned how to finish an opponent. He's had trouble in his last 2 fights finishing. You better be careful also because Andries is still dangerous.
He was stunned by the right hand. Andries appears to be regaining some of his wits and his legs. Hearns has blood around the corner of his left eye. If it becomes a brawl, that is not to Hearns' advantage.
At this weight, champ, Thomas Hearns may not still have the ability to move and use the boxing skills he did at lighter weight.
Omar was cracking, homie. It's
Andries has made it out of the second round.
Probably Kenny Kaepernick. I wasn't too big on Antonio Tarver. I like Antonio Tarver. I'm keep 100. I like Antonio
great
Tarver.
work on the part of Ralph Citro, his cutman, was able to last the fight with a unanimous decision. Now he has been cut in the second round. We are yet to determine whether or not it was the result of a punch.
Favorite cruiserweight fighter? Shit, maybe Holyfield, but cruiserweight is not really a big division out in America. That shit more like some UK shit. Ain't too many good cruiserweights, you feel me?
Trying to box here and move, maybe perhaps to protect the eye, perhaps he thinks it's the best strategy against this awkward opponent. The good news in that
The hitman is the GOAT, you better believe it.
The bad news was
goddamn right.
Andy got cut.
Keep voting on that poll, man. 72% of everybody say that. Well, 70% of people say that Tommy Hearns will beat Canelo in blood. I believe it.
Like a frog fighter, carrying his left hand so low.
I believe they couldn't tolerate that dynamite right hand he got, man.
Successful with counter punches. There, got hit low and he retaliated. And this referee is 10 feet away from the action and walking away. He is not in control at this point, Isaac Herrera of Panama.
Well, he certainly allowed Andries to hold at will for a while in the second round before finally stepping in. And he's not even in the picture, as you see. We want to alert our local stations along the line. There will be a station break coming up at the end of this round. Station break in a minute and a half.
This Detroit crowd loves Thomas Hearns, but they are a critical crowd. If Thomas does not satisfy them with the kind of spectacular action he's provided them with over the years, they will get on his case. He knows that. And I think he's partially tailored his style to satisfy the crowd. He talked at the top of the show about how much he felt that he disappointed people against tackles.
And he was booed against Mark Nadal in Las Vegas last year.
And booed against DeWitt, most recently in his most recent fight here in Detroit. I think Thomas should ignore the fans and try to win the fight the best way he can. And I think that's at least to try to use his superior skill. Andries, I really don't think it's going to work.
Good jab.
Right now, Thomas is trying to dictate the pace of this fight, and he's being successful. Andries is waiting for him. He just missed that right hand on the point of the chin.
And in the third round, Andries has not gotten a glove near the cut on Thomas Hearns' left eye. Station break coming up. Plus system, you would have to think that Thomas Hearns has won the first 3 rounds. Cutman Ralph Citro again went to work on the cut at the corner of Hearns' left eye at the end of the third round. It is a small cut.
Jab landed. Andries 2 jabs and a right did not. And Dennis Andries is right now waiting too much. He should be trying to turn this fight into a brawl. He should be trying to mug Thomas Hearns. He should be lunging him. Instead, he's trying to out-jab him, and he's just not going to do that. But Thomas with a good jab there.
And he caught him on the side of the face where the cut is, and the blood has begun to flow just a little bit again. Henry, repeat, it does not look like a serious, deep cut.
I think Thomas is fighting a very conservative fight right now. Trying a right hand there, but he is not opening up. He's content just to flick the jab, trying to catch Andries coming in.
Cesar Chavez Sr. is the GOAT.
Also the punch he caught in the
Shout out
second round is
Stinson.
making respect Andries' power. There's a good body punch, perhaps a little bit low.
And Andries, by moving forward and throwing punches now, is giving Hearns the opportunity to counter in this round, and he's doing so very effectively.
Right, but he should be trying to get in and smother. He shouldn't come in and allow himself to be hit coming in, but he should just come in and try to smother Thomas's superior reach and work in the inside. Andries has a good uppercut. He got caught again there coming in, Jim. If you think Andries has the look of a desperate fighter in exchanges like that, he looks that way all the time. That's just the way he fights.
Indeed, he looked exactly that way in winning a decision over J.B. Williamson to win the WBC World Light Heavyweight Championship he has brought into the ring today. But in that fight, and in his fights with Brody and Simpson, he was often able to put his opponents on the ropes and hold them. He has not had Hearns near the ropes since the first round.
Andries' head is coming in. It didn't connect that, but when he comes in those rushes,
What's up, Fernando?
his head is a battery.
What's up, Ezra? Right now, Bama Bibble. Bibble for sure, Ezra.
Stand at the center of the
Bibble
ring
for sure.
and control the action. Thomas Hearns against champion Dennis Andries, WBC light heavyweight title at stake. Hearns trying to become the 12th man in boxing history to win 3 separate world championships. And some of the names of the men who have done that are indeed important in the history of the sport. People like Barney Ross, Henry Armstrong, Stanley Ketchum, Bob Fitzsimmons, Emil Griffith, Roberto Duran, Alexis Arguello. Hearns tries to join them today.
Thomas keeping Andries out at the end of that jab. Thomas is doing a lot of scoring himself. Occasionally flicking his own jab and occasionally catching Andries lunging in. He seems content right now to do that.
In case you have joined us late, we remind you this is Thomas Hearns' first trip ever as a light heavyweight.
He's in unknown territory, and he's taking a conservative path through this unknown territory. There he moves in. Now he looks like he's trying to drill that left hook underneath and maybe come across with the right hand. Now he's stalking his man.
Now he's later rocked himself.
You hear the referee Herrera's broken English and giving instructions to the fighters. One of the WBC rules call for a neutral official, Jim, but it's hard to understand why they couldn't get an English-speaking official. 2 English-speaking fighters.
Referee once again is Isaac Herrera of Panama. He has not been much of a factor up to this point.
Oh, low blow.
Okay, now I see that. Okay.
Thomas says, let him hit you low and you forget it.
Then say it's okay, right?
Okay, don't shoot.
Okay again. Slow round, another round in which Andries has not been able to do what he ought to be doing, trying to turn the fight into a brawl.
And that time, he made Andries miss with the right hand, but he didn't have the reaction to come back with his own right counter.
This championship fight is scheduled for 12 rounds, and we begin round 6. On my card up to this point, Alex, Hearns has won the first 5 rounds.
That's correct. There hasn't been a lot in the last 3 rounds, but I think Thomas has won them. He hasn't, however, taken over the fight and dominated it. There's a right hand! talking to Andries. Andries cuts it. Says he wants to continue. Body shot.
Hearns is very slow going to a neutral corner. Now Herrera sends him to his own corner.
That's correct. He went to a neutral corner and Herrera directed him out of the corner, which is totally wrong.
So that count was about 5 seconds. There's the third knockdown. There is no free knockdown rule in effect.
But Dennis Andries will try to get up, but he is in no condition to continue with little less than 2 minutes to go in the fight.
Herrera's going to let him go again, I think. No free knockdown rule.
Herrera should stop those fights.
This is absolutely brutal.
Andries is just being held up by his guts and his pride, his determination, but he's taking unnecessary punishment.
Hey, he got heart though. That nigga ain't go.
That is the fourth knockdown of the round. Hearns goes again.
Hey, that nigga got heart though.
Herrera is saying that was not a knockdown.
He did. He didn't.
Competency.
Oh, that
Fighter
nigga.
went down from a punch.
Tommy Hearns. Oh, this nigga. Shakur did do good against that fight though against Herrera. Man, stop the fight. They would have been stopped this fight. Shakur for sure knew better corners.
Meanwhile, at ringside, the WBC officials are desperately trying to get Herrera's attention.
Again, he sends Hearns to his own corner.
Saying it was not a knockdown and he has to clean Andries' gloves. Now the WBC official has stopped trying to get Herrera's attention.
You see the clock, 30 seconds. Oh, 6. Oh, this is brutal.
We talked about a tremendous chin. Let me tell you something. Andries just took a tremendous right hand. And Thomas is expending a lot of energy here.
That was a right hand on which Hearns loaded up, took a step back, stepped forward, and delivered flush on the jaw. And somehow Andries stayed up. We are halfway through the bout, and we'll stay right here. We're not going anywhere as you follow Dennis Andries, the world light heavyweight champion, back to his corner.
And Emmanuel Stewart is now talking to Herrera. I can't tell what he's talking about, but he was having some very hard words with Herrera.
Dennis Andries in his corner, along with trainer Ken Bogner and Angela Turner. And let's take a look back, Alex, at the action. First, the first knockdown.
Watch for the Hearns right. There it was. And Andries just went flat and his head banged on the canvas. We said at the top of the show that he is a determined, gutty, durable performer, and that's really about all he's got. And that's all he has in the fight right now. His only hope is that Thomas Hearns will punch himself out. And Thomas has done that in the past as a middleweight. He looks there like he's trying to get air. Passed as a middleweight.
Hell yeah, they
He
were way
looks there
tougher.
like he's trying to get air.
Yeah, that ref for so he should have been stopped this fight. This is right now, that fight would not stop, bro.
Through the utter lack of wisdom of the referee, this bout has proceeded into the 7th round.
Well, let me say this, Jim. Herrera has let Andries back in this fight, and it's possible now that Andries can't get back into the fight, I think, because Thomas is tired.
They say I'm nasty. I really don't care. That's my prerogative. They say I'm nasty, but I don't give a damn. I hope you named yourself after that song, bro. That's dumb swag. They say I'm nasty. I really don't care. That's funny. Man, Virgil Ortiz may beat Boots' ass, because I don't know why the niggas ain't fought yet. That shit is stupid.
With all of the lockdowns, the time Andries got to regain himself.
They say I'm nasty.
His gloves.
Nigga's name is really good.
6 times in that round. Thomas needs to collect himself right now. He's obviously in control of the fight. That might
Pure
be
breed army. I love Hearns, but Crawford would knock him out.
The 6th. I don't
That's
think he can lose a
crazy,
decision
yeah.
at this point.
You think Crawford would knock out Tommy Hearns like he did Jose Benavidez Jr.? You're fucking crazy. Miguel Myers, Virgil got it. Mr. Me was cracking, homie. Blood over Hearns is wild, for sure wild. They say I'm nasty. Sing that shit, bro. Everybody's talking all this stuff about me. Hey, and not the Britney Spears version either. That Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel. Free Tory. You mean free Tory Lanez? Man, fuck Tory Lanez. That nigga stupid. I would have snitched on that bitch. Salvador Sanchez is a GOAT, for sure. R.I.P. to Salvador Sanchez. Died way too soon. Free Tory. Blood will stop Hearns in 8. Crazy. Supposed to be Bobby Brown. Cool. Hey, nigga, you know, y'all know Britney Spears made her own version in the 90s, nigga. Unless y'all was born in the 2000s, y'all must know that Britney Spears made her own version. So I had to just clarify that. It's a new world. It's a new world, okay?
Andries looks so bad, but in other words, makes him so effective. Not at all afraid to get hit.
Man, Tommy Hearns had a crazy right hand though, man. In a jab.
We'll be back.
Ratlanta is going outside for sure. All them niggas is gay and snitching. Sugar Ray Robinson, R.I.P. to the great Marty Lewis. Knocked out Ali in the fourth, but the WBC erased it from the history books for politics. Nigga, when? When the fuck Marty Lewis knocked out Ali? When the fuck was this? De La Hoya was robbed. He beat Mayweather. There you go, this shit. Hold up, man. Oh, come on, cuz. Hold up, my bad, y'all.
In both cases, it was a body punch, I think, that contributed in a large part to Thomas's running out of gas in both fights. It started with the beginning of the end. Andries can really thump with that right hand to Thomas's left side, and he should be trying it more often.
Hearns has always possessed the spectacular control with the washboard stomach, and often fighters of that description do not take body punches as well.
I got a bullshit ass
I think
motherfucking
it's also tall fighters.
tripod, man. My tripod sucks ass.
You don't take it very well in the bodies.
We'd like to alert our local stations along the line that
I don't give a fuck about YFL Lucci.
taking a station break.
Niggas weird. How the fuck you gonna jump for that long to come out still fat?
That right hand missed by Thomas Hearns.
You know what I'm talking about?
We should report that between the last 2 rounds, Ralph Citro has not even come into the corner, into the ring to work on Thomas Hearns' eye. That eye has been closed.
Actually, it's the cut which has been closed.
Excuse me. Yeah, the cut has been closed.
Y'all don't see nothing about Muhammad Ali versus Marty Lewis, my boy.
Another right hand up high in the head of Andries. Andries has been down coming into this fight only twice in his career. In both cases, it was right hands high on the head.
You seen this live?
He takes a punch on the chin better than he does up in the temple.
El Perry Slim was cracking, homie. Joe Bluff. Sugar Ray Leonard for sure beats Floyd Mayweather. Bob Piana, De La Hoya versus Mayweather fight. I ain't gonna lie. I watched it when I was 13 years old. No, yeah, 07 when I was 13. Look, I watched it off just the regular watcher's eye. I thought De La Hoya won because he was swinging more punches. But then I went back and watched it as like a boxing analyst. Nigga, Floyd won. De La Hoya was missing all those punches, bro. Mayweather won that fight. But as a kid, I thought Mayweather lost. But for sure, Mayweather won that fight.
Right, flush to the side of the head.
Oh, but what's cracking, homie?
I mean, with no leverage of his body in it at all.
Ezra, Roy Jones is goated, nigga. We all know Captain Hook goated.
We'd like to alert our local stations. We'll be back. More of Hearns and Andries right after this word from the stations themselves. Round 9 of the WBC Light Heavyweight World Championship fight between Thomas Hearns of Detroit, Dennis Andries of England. Hearns becoming, or attempting to become, I should say, only the 12th man in the history of boxing to win 3 separate world championships. If you've joined us late, you've already missed an eventful day. A lively crowd in Cobo Arena, a 2-minute 55-second national anthem by the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, and a 6th round in which Dennis Andries, the champion, was on the canvas 5 times. 3 of them ruled knockdowns officially by referee Isaac Herrera, who made a highly questionable decision in allowing the fight to go on. Now Hearns attempts to finish things off.
Dennis Andries made a big mistake in the last round.
I think Floyd is better defensively, but Pernell Whitaker made niggas miss more. Pernell Whitaker will make you miss and look stupid, but Floyd will just counter you like a motherfucker.
It's a huge 21-foot ring, but Dennis
right
just used all
cross.
of it.
God bless you too, Alejandro. God bless you too. I'm an MMA fan too. Black Flash GOAT. I love MMA too. I got blood beating Canelo.
Another right hand. Andries is staggered again.
And now it's the
Fair Breed Army, what's up, bro? Couple holders, man. Call Huntington. Castillo did not beat Floyd that first fight. I watched that fight so many times. He did not beat Floyd. Nigga, how was there 700 people in this shit and I ain't got 100 likes, nigga? That's crazy, man. Turn me up. Let's go viral. Tap in with the who's, man. Give me 200 fucking likes, man. It's 700 in. 84 motherfuckers in here right now. It's 800 motherfuckers in here right now, man. Come on, man. Give me 200 likes, my nigga. Tap in with the who's, my nigga.
Another chopping right hand by Thomas.
Andries bounces back up again. 7th time he's been on the canvas. 5 of them officially knockdowns.
All right.
And you saw the wild right hand, but Thomas does not want to walk into it, trying to finish.
As a kid, you seen Hearns knock out Pepino Sivas? That was a great knockout. Hit that nigga with 2 crazy right hands. Boom, boom.
Andries has a great chin, but he's also in tremendous condition.
Now, Omar, me too. De La Hoya beat Crisco out of Mayweather. I'm funny, nigga, for Crisco. You fuck Jesus, Crisco. Eddie Griffin that night. Good night, Albert. All right, nigga, have a good night.
Goes to his corner. Round 9.
Why do you keep saying left hook, though? Left hook is your favorite fight? Your favorite punch?
The fact that he holds that title is a statement on the light heavyweight division at this moment. Today, he has been on the canvas 8 times in this fight with Thomas Hearns, and still the fight continues.
Don't shoot. Okay.
What do you think? That might be a record. But you remember that Manuel Ortiz knocked down Bobby Hager 17 times in his pro debut.
This is not a knockdown.
Give it a hand. No more push, okay?
The second occasion on which Andries has wrestled.
1,000 people in this motherfucker. Give me 200 likes, man. 1,000 motherfuckers in this motherfucker. Thug Passion in this motherfucker. Buddha, Lance, Endo. The Hennessy don't help. The Hennessy don't help. Machiavelli. The 3-day theory. The Don Illuminati to your body. With the impact of a 12-gauge shotty. Double R slugs, no love, straight thug. One time for my niggas on death row. Hey, good looking, Johnny. Good looking, baby. Subscribe to the channel, my nigga.
Thomas Hearns has become the 12th man in boxing.
The fight ended 3 rounds ago. That nigga said the fight ended 3 rounds ago. Come on, man. Give me 200 likes, y'all. Give me 200 likes. There's 900 motherfuckers in here, man. Give me 200 likes, man. Give me 200 likes, man.
He has also made boxing history, Jim, in the fact that he is the only man to have first won a title at welterweight and then jump up to light heavyweight and win that championship. And there's a game.
What fight should I string next, man?
Dennis Andries, a disappointed ex-champion.
Do you think the fight told us anything at all about Hearns' ability to carry his punching power up to the higher weight class?
It's difficult to say because of Andries as an opponent, but he did show an awful lot of guts, Jim. He hung in there, he got his second win, and he finished the man late in the fight. unlike most of his fights, there you just see, that was called a knockdown. If you saw a punch, I did not.
There were several fall downs. There were also some brutal knockdowns. There were several of the classic right crosses which have typified Hearns throughout his career, going back to his days as an amateur.
And that is just exhaustion, and Dennis Andries just saying in his own way, no mas.
So there it is. Once a world champion as a welterweight, once a world champion as a super.
Tommy Hearns versus DeWitt. Damn, y'all niggas remember that VHA test like that. I just had 1,000 views, man. Fuck. I'm trying to keep that 1,000 threshold, man. Shit crazy. Where's the sound at? Rumble in the Jungle? Come on, where's the sound at, man?
Let's go back up to Michael Buffer. Commissioner of New Jersey. The three judges will be Harold Letterman from New York, Rose Grable from Michigan, and Rich Fisher from Michigan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble. This is it, the main event of the evening. 12 rounds for the North American Boxing Federation Middleweight Championship. The referee for this contest is Bobby Watson. Introducing first in the red corner. He's wearing a black trunks with white trim and weighs an even 160 pounds. His professional record, an excellent one of 27 victories, only 3 defeats and 3 draws.
Give me 1,200 likes, man, before 40 minutes, man. Give me 1,200 likes.
He's never been stopped, never been down. Ladies and gentlemen, Doug Cobra DeWitt. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the black gold trunks, weighing the 159-pound weight, his professional record, 42 victories, only 2 defeats, 36 KOs from the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. Shake hands, protect yourself all times from not fighting with the belt. Good luck to both of you, Doc. Who's that chief secretary? All right, you heard the instructions from the referee, Robert Watson, appointed by the Michigan State Athletic Commission. Rose Grable, Rich Fisher, Harold Letterman are the judges. Harold Letterman from New York, Rose Grable, Rich Fisher, both from the state of Michigan. Doug DeWitt, 27-3-3. Perhaps his last hurrah, at least in the sense of having a huge opportunity to vault into the middleweight title picture, as Iran Barkley did by defeating #1 rated James Kinchin just minutes ago here on Showtime Championship Boxing. Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy.
Oh no, I ain't watching that Iran Barkley fight. Fuck no.
Tim, you know Showtime's getting to be known as the station of upsets. Donald Curry, James Kinchin. Now Thomas
Hearns doesn't want to be another victim, especially here in front of his hometown crowd. He also wants to look good winning. He felt that in the Mark Medal fight, he wasn't at his best. Said it was difficult to make 154. Had trouble with Medal. Eventually the fight stopped, but primarily because of cuts and swelling in the face of Medal. And Hearns hearing boos from the crowd in Las Vegas. We would like to make it a good, quick, short, effective hitman-style knockout over a guy who's never been down. And also dangerous with the left hook.
Come on, beat 100 likes, yo. 100 likes.
Hearns to keep that jab in DeWitt's face and set him up. DeWitt, a natural 160-pounder. Putting on himself. Hearns coming up. This is the way Hearns started with James Schuler. Good left hooks to the body, then he hit him with the right hand on the chin, and it was all over. Hearns nearly stumbled there as DeWitt stepped on his foot accidentally. How do you know it was accidental? I was assuming that, Gil, but we'll watch it, see if he tries it again intentionally. There's that left hook at DeWitt's. Under the 1 minute mark we go. Short right hand landed by DeWitt. DeWitt said his plan was to start reasonably slowly in the first
Boxing was good back there, man.
Feel the effect of Hearns' punching power, get a sense of the range, and then he would come on. He thinks Hearns' stamina will be in question in the later rounds. Final seconds of round number 1 scheduled.
Come on, man, give it to 100 likes, man. 100 likes before 50 minutes. Come on, y'all, 100 likes.
Thomas Hearns, who has had hand problems, seems to be throwing it freely. Twice now he's had Tommy's assessment there.
Well, Tim, the purpose of the hand bandage is to protect the metacarpal bones, but you also have to throw your punches straight. It has to be a straight line from knuckle right up to the shoulder. As Tommy said, if you bend your wrist, you can break your hand.
And it's happened to him, and he feels like he's learned from that experience. But it's hard to keep a clenched fist all the time, so your timing has to be important. You've got to be relaxed in there, but you've got to have it ready to throw. Round number 2, scheduled for 12. Thomas Hearns in front of his hometown crowd. Doug DeWitt from Yonkers, New York.
Tim, Doug DeWitt landed a good left hook to the body in the first round, and Tommy knows now that DeWitt can snap a pretty good punch off, so he's being a little cautious.
DeWitt born in Youngstown, Ohio, but grew up in Yonkers.
Some more likes, you know, come on. Some more likes.
Ranked number 5 by the WBA, number 15 by the WBC. There's a solid left by DeWitt. 2 left hooks by DeWitt. And there's a right hand over.
Hey, scrapping. Hey, scrapping though.
Now Hearns just sticking out that left hand, and DeWitt not impressed with that at all.
Tim, I'll tell you the key to this fight, if Tommy lands a good punch, he has a tendency sometimes to relax and he can get nailed back. If DeWitt punches back, there's a chance he can nail Tommy with a pretty good shot.
Hearns' feats are well documented against a lot of the great fighters. His only defeats at the hands of Leonard and Hagler.
Manuel Stewart was always in this corner.
Teddy Man, Mike Kinley, not in the same class of fighters that Hearns has been in at his various weight division, coming up from the welters. Roberto Duran, Pepino Cuevas, James Schuler, Wilfred Benitez, all victims of Thomas Hearns.
DeWitt, thus far, Tim, has been very, very quick with that left hand.
Every minute to go, and DeWitt trying to stay closer this round. He took a real solid right from Tommy there. DeWitt fighting inside where he figures to be most effective. Staying as close as he can.
5 more likes. 5 more likes.
Thomas Hearns.
Aaron Pryor was a beast.
Snapping jab of Hearns. Right hand.
It's all right, Mike. Do your thing, baby.
Perfect. And look at DeWitt. Look over to the corner of Hearns, people, and he does that. He's a real macho man in a real sense of the term. It doesn't really accomplish anything, but it feels important to him, evidently.
Well, I guess that's the way he psychs himself up, Tim.
Final seconds of round number 2. Yet another trainer working the corner of Doug DeWitt. He's switched them quite frequently.
Herschel Jacobs, Tim, was a great light heavyweight fighter, very, very smart fighter, and he's the guy that's giving Doug DeWitt the instructions in the corner.
There's his brother Glenn in the corner with him, and cutman Eddie Aliano. We're in round number 3, scheduled for 12. The North American middleweight title at stake.
Yep, Jack Johnson is cheating.
Thomas Hearns.
Running like whoop whoop.
Setting it up with the jab now, Tim. That's what he has to do. There's that good snapping jab again.
Here in round number 3 after staying close in round 2.
And DeWitt complained that Hearns is thumbing him, Tim. Complained to the referee.
Referee is Robert Watson, local Michigan referee.
Man, if I watched this as a kid, man, I had to watch bullshit ass fights as a kid. Fighters I didn't even know and shit. Coming on ESPN, Boxing Tonight. Man, I even missed Boxing After Dark. Never even watched that shit.
He punched back, Tim. That's what you have to do with Tommy Hearns. Because that's the one time that he's vulnerable, is after he punches.
Good right hand to the body by DeWitt.
He certainly didn't come here for a payday, Tim. He's throwing punches with bad intentions. Plenty of snap.
Seconds to go, round 3.
Hearns respects DeWitt, Tim. I can tell you that.
Hearns unable to land as DeWitt showing good defense. Now he gets
a big right hand, Tim.
He's in trouble. He has him in trouble. Hearns trying to finish him here in round 3. DeWitt trying to bob and weave. But he's
5, 6 right hands. 7, 8, 9.
There's a bell ending round 3. Job of surviving, and he's an expert at that. This is round number 4, scheduled for 12. Hearns managed to get in a couple after the bell. I don't think either fighter heard the bell. It wasn't intentional. He was just trying to finish off his man. Doug DeWitt does not appear any the worse for wear. We'll see what the cumulative effect is. Whether he can turn some offense on here in the 4th round after the good flurries by Hearns.
With DeWitt, it's going to have to take one big punch to get him back in the fight, Tim. He certainly is going to outpoint Tommy Hearns.
Roy should have never fought Antonio Tarver, man. That was stupid.
What Tommy is doing, Tim, he's fainting, sliding over to the right and throwing his right hand over DeWitt's low left hand, which is a good strategy.
Now DeWitt trying to muscle him, and This is something that I think DeWitt knows he's got to do, which he didn't do against Milton McCrory.
Jim, this is a much better Doug DeWitt than the Doug DeWitt that fought Milton McCrory. He's alive tonight. Against McCrory seems to be in a daze.
A little swelling under the left eye of Doug DeWitt. From the action in the end of round 3. First team ends a combination.
Apollo or Adonis? Adonis knocking out Apollo.
Good left hook by DeWitt to the body.
A little low, but it had its effect.
Hey, Eric, you're right, man. Dropping that weight after putting on that much weight for Roy did not work in his fucking favor at all. That's right. Nigga is done.
Again, DeWitt stepping on Hearns as Hearns tried to move away from the ropes.
DeWitt's using his forearms, his elbows, his head, anything he can use trying to win this fight. Snapping jabs by DeWitt.
Into the end of round number 4. Doug DeWitt with just a little swelling on the left eye. Good combination right at the bell. Some Vaseline on there to try and help those punches slide off those areas that could easily puff up quickly. Round number 5. There's that famous jab of Thomas Hearns.
DeWitt is a lot quicker than I've ever seen him attempt, because Tommy Hearns has fast hands, and he's managing to slip and avoid a lot of Tommy's punches.
There's a right hand lead.
Beautiful move by Tommy Hearns.
Snapping jab behind it. DeWitt rushing in and then unhappy with himself, saying that's not the way to do it. I'm going to work my way in.
Another left hook a little low by Doug DeWitt. Good jab by Tommy Hearns. Has been sliding to the right again.
Hearns now appearing to me, Gil, to be trying to stand his ground in the muscle department as well, to show DeWitt that he can't be muscled back. Something that DeWitt, no doubt, was hoping would work in his favor.
Now Tommy's right. A loose strategy of DeWitt's right with him.
A little showboating going on. Psychological warfare moment.
DeWitt is not going to outpoint Tommy Hearns. He's going to have to nail him.
This is Tommy Hearns against Doug DeWitt. It's like the second light heavyweight championship defense.
Punches. That might be DeWitt's best chance. Take a shot.
Well, he said in his interview there a moment ago that's what he was going to do. Remains to be seen.
Good right hand by DeWitt. And Tommy Hearns is copying from DeWitt. You can't hurt me. Another right hand by DeWitt.
DeWitt stays there this time. DeWitt trying to get underneath those long arms. Hearns just ties him up. 20 seconds we go in round 5, scheduled for 12. The North American Middleweight Championship, Tommy Hearns defending against Doug DeWitt. Showtime Championship Boxing. Cameron and Gil Clancy. We are ringside in Cobo Arena, Detroit, Michigan.
Tim was right on the upper lip, left side of his face, and they were using the end swell on it. He was swelling down. Tim, I don't understand why anybody would have moved this fight thus far. You're seeing two well-conditioned, well-schooled middleweights or letting it all hang out.
Well, I'm not sure whether it's the booze for Hearns for not getting this guy out earlier, or whether they were doing the tactics of DeWitt. It's irrelevant. I agree with you. It's been a very tough first 5 rounds. We're in round 6, scheduled for 12. DeWitt trying to jab more here. Engaging jabs with Hearns will be a losing battle.
As we said in the beginning, the key is for DeWitt to get underneath that jab. The counter for the jab is a left hook, Tommy. He should be slipping the jab and trying to hit Tommy with left hooks. That's his best fight. And thus far, he hasn't done it. Instead, he's jabbing with Hearns.
He got a couple in, and then he got 3 back. There's a good move inside by DeWitt. Heavy left hand landing. Hearns counter punches back.
And DeWitt is talking to him.
He's fighting Doug DeWitt. This is Tommy Hearns versus Doug DeWitt. Doug DeWitt. Tommy Hearns versus Doug DeWitt.
Strong points with that left hand.
Hearns in the corner, and a left hand. And Hearns ties him up. There's a cut over the right eye of Thomas Hearns. And I think it came from a punch, a left hand by DeWitt, I believe. Referee Watson went over to the NABF rep, it was Harry Hazard. So there was a discussion about whether it was a butt or not.
It looks like an angry cut.
Yes, it is. Thomas Hearns in trouble.
He has a bad cut over his right eye.
Doug DeWitt in round number 6.
Good right hand by Tommy Hearns. Again,
not sure what that discussion would have been between the referee and Larry Hazard. Well,
he may have told Larry Hazard that it was a butt. I'd like to find out.
Yeah, well, I can't be sure, but I thought it was from a punch. There's the end of round number 6. Thomas Hearns comes back with blood streaming.
Tim, that's an angry cut.
Ralph Citro will go to work in the Hearns corner. We will try and determine. All right, now let's see. Well, that's just a little right hand. I believe it occurred just before that. Maybe we can try and get that replay back for you. Can't promise, but it was a punch before what we just showed you, that if it was a punch that did the damage, it was a left hand. If it was a butt, the way Larry Hazard saw it, it was really an accidental butt.
Tim, 2 bad things can happen to Tommy Hearns on account of this cut. Number 1, the cut itself is a terrible cut. The fight could be stopped. And number 2, it gives DeWitt that extra confidence, that extra adrenaline sometimes can change a fight. I've seen fighters that they thought they were dead tired. All of a sudden they cut the other guy and it's like a breath of fresh air, a breath of oxygen.
Round 7, some blood from the nose of Doug DeWitt now. Cut bleeding over the right eye of Thomas Hearns. It appears to be high on his eyebrow, closer to his nose than the corner of his eye.
It's a bad cut.
And bleeding directly down into his eye.
And now Tommy Hearns is having to fight DeWitt's fight. No more jabbing. Now they're going to war. He has to try to get DeWitt out of there. And by doing that, he nailed himself.
Well, again, we've had one upset already tonight. Irene Barkley over James Kinchin, the number 1 ranked middleweight. And Gil, I have to keep going back to my continuing question about Hearns as a middleweight. Although DeWitt has the reputation nobody's knocked him down, I still have to question the punching power of 160 pounds of Thomas Hearns.
Well, Tim, up to this point, he's nailed DeWitt with some pretty good shots and nothing's happened. Whether it's DeWitt's chin or the fact that Tommy really doesn't have that much power as a middleweight, we still don't know. He looks so big and strong, Tommy. He looks like a full-fledged middleweight, maybe even a light heavyweight from the waist up. But he's hit DeWitt again, good shots. Look at DeWitt. DeWitt's using the heel of his glove. He's hooking back on that cut.
Good Actually, he fired off a tough combination in the face of DeWitt.
This is a war now, Tim. As they say, Tommy had to go to war.
Round 7 scheduled for 12, a dramatic North American middleweight title fight. Again, DeWitt didn't move. Hearns has lost only to Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler.
Tim, if Tommy Hearns can stay around for a while, Ralph Sicko's cut stuff will take a hold again, and I thought it would be as dangerous. It takes a little time for the cut stuff to work.
Hearns has been having his way apart from round 2 on my card until the damage in round 6. There's the end of the 7th round. In the quarters, best we can. DeWitt works his way in. Looks like they clashed heads right there.
Absolutely.
Is there blood? Yes, there is. You can see the expression.
Definitely a butt. The referee made a good call. Accidental butt.
And there's the shot. So it may well have been the referee's call, although it appeared when he went to Larry Hazard that it was Larry Hazard's call, but we can't know that for sure. Lois Hearns, a little concerned about her son's situation in the fight. And they're working on him feverishly now on the corner. You can see it is high on the eyebrow, just inside the roof of his nose.
Although Tommy Hearns is winning the rounds, in my opinion, he's not winning them by a big margin, and he's taking punishment himself in every round. I'm sure he didn't expect this kind of a fight from Doug DeWitt, but as I say, DeWitt looks to me like a much better fighter than the Doug DeWitt that showed up in Las Vegas to fight Milton McCrory.
Certainly strategically he's been a lot better. Trying to work his way in, and he's been in there and used everything he's got. Strength, muscle, roughhouse tactics.
Tim, they have a heavy layer of grease over the left eye of Doug DeWitt. Whether he has a cut, I didn't see a cut on Doug DeWitt, but it looks like they worked on it.
The only blood I saw was from his nose in the last round, not very much. Now some swelling over and under his right eye early in the fight, but did not appear to be serious. Hearns fighting with renewed purpose, showing what that fight can cause.
Now, Ralph Sicko's cut stuff.
Motor City Dre, David Barker here, One Pace. Niam, what's up, Niam? Rock TV 100, ZZH. Uber Eats gang. All y'all in here tonight, okay?